He'll kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Then this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
The final shot before the break, Watson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go, let's go.
Waiting. Hey, sound one.
55.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. To Sean Gibson. Give him the sack on the safety blitz. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. A handoff to Fournette, and an alley to run. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They keep it with Fournette on first down. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Foles off the play fake to Fournette. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
But the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. That's exactly what happened on that play.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Here we go.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Thomas, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Back to the air. Watson on second down. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. The Clemson connection. Watson to Hopkins for a big one. 45 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff now to Miller. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Throwing on third down. Watson got his man complete over the middle. It's Hopkins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night. On 1st and 10, Watson. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Houston. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Watson. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And now look at him go. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, when both guys went up for the ball, I just thought, who's going to come down with it? I didn't think he'd come down with it and then take it all the way for a touchdown.
That's battling, isn't it? Because normally, if both guys go up for it and come down with it, the tie goes to the offense. The defensive player didn't want it to be a tie at all. He wanted a little bit more, took it, and went the other direction.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Fresh off the pick six, it's Watson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again is Watson. Completion left side to Miller. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. 5 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
What is that? Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback. Get that quarterback.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Here's Watson. And under pressure again, and down he goes again. Josh Allen. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Foxtrot.
51. I got one. 51, Mike 51. I got it. Go, Mike.
Here's Foles. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. From 19 yards away. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, Watson under pressure, and they got to him again. Josh Allen make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen. Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch a game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
That's complete once again to Hopkins. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 65 yards, and the Texans cut into that lead. When you're trailing in the 4th quarter, you got to take some chances you might not normally take, and here, that one pays off big time.
And you have to think to yourself, not only did that pay off big time for them, but what was going on the opposite side of the ball? They know that they have to take a chance here. They know they have to come up with something big, yet it still happens. So credit the execution, but wonder what the defense was doing.
Tempo, tempo, tempo.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got the hook up to Lee. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves him from a 3-and-out. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Let's go.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, check right. Silence.
Back to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them. Easy.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
13.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Foles.
Let's go, dude.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Keelan Cole, the intended target, but now it'll be third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Hey, exit. Hey, check mark 39. Check mark 39.
Now Foles. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Keelan Cole, the intended target. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now it's Watson. Now a desperation throw. He's got a man. Complete. And all the way down to the 26. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
25 seconds to go. A must recover if they're going to have any chance. And this is going to be recovered by the Jaguars. And that should just about do it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Fournette, a first down carry. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And I tell you, these division games, never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you?
Yeah,
because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it. You got to stay locked in. It's our team on the road, tight, and they find a